Hello, Swivelheads. It's Greg Allison with Green Graves coming to you in the wee hours of Thursday morning. It's still Wednesday night to me. Hope everyone's doing all right. And my friends, we are in a pickle, and the way things are turning out is kind of pickling. This situation with Russia, the situations with China and North Korea and Iran. My gosh, guys, and our economy. Holy smoke, our whole world is shaking and breaking every way we turn, and it's not pretty. It's not at all pretty. So, guys, look at this. Senator Lindsey Graham called for shooting down Russian MIGs. I kid you not. This is just insanity. Wow. So, it's just a matter of time. I mean, the Russians got bold. They took down one of our Reaper drones, the MQ-9 Reaper. With the issue, they took that down. And guys, that they, Americans and the Russians are both Russian to recover the remains, so you can beat the other two, the remains of that drone in the Black Sea. Now, this is nuts, guys. Now, you can say what you will. Russians are accusing us of provoking them with this fight. And I guess in a sense we were, but it wasn't international airspace. But then again, it was spying on them too, and where their troops were, and probably capable of directing Ukrainian fire on the Russian forces. So, it's not entirely innocent, is it? But you shot down our plane in international waters, so maybe we need to take some retribution. On the other hand, we've been accused of doing nothing, and so we're emboldening Putin. Now, I want to show you all this stuff, guys. And there's more stuff that I can cover tonight. There's more stuff been going on. I've not been on here much lately because I've just had a whole lot of stuff going on in my life, and I'm trying to straighten some things out. No, I did get the balloon white paper written and delivered for review within the committee of the EMP Task Force on National and Homeland Security. It'll probably get modified and chewed on just a little bit, and then it should be briefed to the chairman of the House Committee on Homeland Security, the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives, and is chaired by Congressman Mark Green of Tennessee, the Nashville, Tennessee district. So, his district just up the road above me here, actually in that direction where I'm sitting. In fact, it's about a 2-hour drive to Nashville. His district actually comes further south, though. So his district is really close to me, believe it or not. But he is the chairman of that committee. And so we're trying to lay out what this balloon threat really is. And it's a lot bigger and a lot worse than most people think. And once we get this paper kind of out there, I'm going to brief you on that, guys. It is a lot worse than you think. But I'm also trying to call for not shooting down party balloons of all things, and how to distinguish what's a threat and what's not a threat. And I've come up with some good rules of thumb for that. And so, but anyway, guys, that's all coming. I'll show you that stuff later. But let's get into it. First, I want to see who's in the chat room here. So excuse me for not doing that already. I got to refresh the screen here on my laptop. And pardon me for being so late. It takes a while to put all this stuff together. I still got a day job. I wanted to do a video last night. By the time I got things put together, I put a lot of time into putting things together. It was really too late. It was like 2 in the morning. And I was like, nah, I can't do a video at this time. I don't ever go to bed after I finish these things. I'm just going to be up for an hour or two, no matter what happens. So it takes me time just to do things, guys. It takes me a lot of time. And I really wasted like an hour or two from last night where I wanted to do this. Okay, let's see what's happening. Who we got in here tonight? We've got 78 in here. We're giving a wee hours. That's pretty good. So News Now Network. Well, that's who are you, News Now Network? Down are you? That's an interesting name. First time watching you live. All right, very good. I hadn't seen you in here before. So sometimes people come in with a different name, Very, very good. Where you located there, News Time Network? So, all right, so let's get into the story here. I'm Tim, good to see you back. Lee Live. All right. Shalom. Lee Werner. All right, very good. Yeah, we should be talking aliens too, but maybe not tonight. It's so late, but we have to do this. We got some other stuff we need to be talking on Galactic Graves. We got a bunch of stuff we need to be talking on Swivelhead News. It really is appropriate for this channel. All right, so let's do some shares here. And I hate this antivirus. Norton pops in on my screen and puts all kind of junk up. But trying to sell me junk, Norton. You're a virus. Norton is. Oh, I can't even get it off my screen. I can't see the chat for this. I'm trying to. Don't show again. Now show me other crap. I hate Norton. I just purely hate Norton. Pardon my language. Hello from Clarksville. How you doing? All right, guys. Thank you. So, all right, now I'm going to try to share with you. Norton stuff pops up all the time, always trying to sell me something. It's like, oh, excuse me, I paid the top end for your service. Why are you always trying to sell me? Oh, you knew you got all these problems? Yeah, I covered that on my product Papa's channel, guys. You know, Norton's the worst virus I've ever had. Anyway, all right, guys. Let's do some shares here. Bing, 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 bing. And we're going into right here. Guys, oh yeah, by the way, listen, it's springtime. If you hadn't noticed, well, it's not springtime yet, but it's right around the corner, and it's going to be planting season in a lot of places. So, what is that? Oh, maybe I should go to the home page on this. But guys, this is a good time to buy your seeds. I would consider coming to I put links to True Leaf Market in the videos I upload. Sometimes I put them in here on videos. I do live sessions on them. I'm usually so late when I get done. I don't usually bother. So check my upload videos. New Days usually throws links in here for stuff like this. So check it out. You can buy all kind of garden seeds or heirloom. And if you don't like that selection, I got another seed company in here that is now part. Got too many screens. Trying to move this screen, and another one pops up. And guys, I can't grab it. I can't control it either because Zoom fights me. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Try to broaden it out a little bit so it's better on your side. All right. I think I'd make it look better on your side. Yeah, I won't have all that black in there. Okay, good. So, guys, just the home page. Oh well, got too many things in here. Yeah, go to True Leaf Market, and if that one don't suit you, come over here and look at Eden Brothers. They also sell heirloom seeds. It's what you need to grow plants from the seeds. So you can save the seeds and have the same plants next year, which is very important if we have a grid down situation. Guys, the price of food is going up. The contaminants and chemicals and additives that's in our food are horrible. They don't even allow most of this stuff in Europe, and they're finding this stuff as being very harmful. I could do several videos on that topic alone. But guys, this is, if you're a prepper, you need to grow your own food as much as you possibly can. And also, I got videos on how to eat free from the weeds and trees. So check those out too. All right, let's go over here, guys. This is what I'm talking about right here. Lindsey Graham called for U.S. military to open fire on Russian jets. Then he says, that's what Ronald Reagan would do. No, it's not. I see some kind of medium channeling the ghost of Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan would not have done that. He wouldn't have fired on Russian MIGs. He had better sense than that. Ronald Reagan, hey, thank you, New Days, for sharing those links. Ronald Reagan, you know, he when he saw the real gravity of what nuclear war could be, you know, he'd already set up the Star Wars program, which was ran by, which actually got ran by Hank Cooper, who I've had on this channel, the man who ran Ronald Reagan's Star Wars program in the top Department of Defense department. I had on this channel, Pentagon level man. So, many prepping channels had somebody of that caliber on. He's an ambassador Hank Cooper. I have had him on this channel, and I know him. He's a nice man. His wife passed away, so I'm not picked on for interviews lately. He's having a tough time with that. But anyway, Ronald Reagan was trying to stop nuclear war, and then finally he became concerned that wasn't enough. He got a hold of Gorbachev and negotiated treaties with Gorbachev. I mean, they got together and said, hey, we got to do something and let's stop this. And he did not want a nuclear war. Yeah, he'd be laughing at this Lindsey Graham cat. Lindsey is just off the rocker. And so, yeah. Anyway, that's what's happening there. So, Lindsey Graham, go home somewhere, hide yourself. Lindsey Graham was I used to my pet name for this guy here. I used to call him McCain's wife, because he used to always shadow McCain. He was always right behind McCain. Or where McCain went, he was right behind him. So I used to refer to him as, when McCain was alive, as McCain's wife. Yikes! I don't know. He seemed a little too affectionate toward McCain. It's kind of scary. I ran into McCain one time when I was running the halls of Congress. Yeah, sure enough, I said hi to him. Lottie, guys, having a windstorm up here. Yeah. Where you at, David? You up there where you having the northeaster at? Arnold only got one Salisbury steak. Oh, you're running low on food, huh? Well, hey, go to prepwithgreg.com. You can get all kind of food. Last you 25 years. And other prepping supplies there too. It's not just buckets of food. All right, so guys, now what was I at? I was going to show. Did I kill it? Oh yeah, Russian state TV threatens UK and US. Okay, oh, where'd it go? Oh, shoot, did I kill it? Oh gosh, there it is. No, no. I hate these screens and mess up a lot. So we've got a Russian general. He's retired though. Retired Russian general Yevgeny Bushinsky. He was saying, we've got the weapons like Poseidon as well as the Brzezinski. Now this is their nuclear cruise missile, which we call Skyfall. But anyway, so he was talking and says, hey, I would like to see the Poseidon in action. That's what he said. He wants to see it. He said, I would like to see Poseidon in action. Holy smoke, guys. And what he's talking about here is attacking they were talking about attacking Great Britain. And just this thing would create a tsunami so high, it would totally obliterate all of Great Britain. Well, at least, yeah, the England part. Some of Scotland might survive. But guys, this is no joke. Let me show you what this thing would do. Here we are. Poseidon's doomsday nuclear torpedo. See, this thing here is longer than most buses. It's a huge, really, it's underwater unmanned vehicle, nuclear powered. It's got a nuclear engine. This thing can run forever, unlike other torpedoes. This thing is 65 foot long and 8 foot in diameter. It is sized to be capable of carrying the full 100 megaton warhead known as the Tsar Bomba, and would create an incredible tsunami if detonated offshore. In fact, it's thought that the tsunami would be 1,600 feet high. Look at this, guys, 1,600 feet. It will be radioactive, not just because the nuke's radioactive. They decided a 100 megaton nuke is not a bad enough weapon. They decided to cobalt salt it to produce lots of extra radiation. Now, when I was a kid back in the 70s, the old civil defense book said there was technology for a doomsday bomb that would wipe out all life on Earth. It was a 50 megaton cobalt salted bomb. If it set off in the atmosphere, they thought it put up so much radiation it would wipe out all life on Earth. So now let's take some 100 megaton bombs, cobalt salt them, and just take out the shorelines. See, the problem with this is the following. Not only will this wave destroy everything it touches, but when it recedes, you're not going back to the ocean. 3 bombs like this, one off each shore of the United States, the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Gulf of Mexico, will not only obliterate every naval base, every defense installation, Washington, D.C., of course, all of Florida would be washed over twice, once from the Atlantic, once from the Gulf, or vice versa, depending on which one set off first. But in the wake of that water, when it recedes, there's going to be a huge, hundreds of mile wide tract of land going to the coast, highly radioactive. We won't be able to get to the coast. We will become a landlocked nation if they do this to us. It'll destroy America. That's what makes us strong, is that we've got this huge river system inside this country that gives us our grain and everything access to the ocean easily from throughout the United States for export. We won't be able to do nothing. It will be horrible. That will go way up the Mississippi River too, and a lot of the other rivers, because it's so low in altitude. So my friends, this is what I tell you, you need to live at least 500 feet above sea level, because guys, this will peter out some as it gets further away from the source detonation in terms of the height it covers, and the further it runs inland, it's not going to be, just, you don't want to keep running forever till it gets the first 1,600 foot mountain range. I hope not. This is huge, guys. It's ugly. We do not ever want to see this thing detonated like that general was calling for. Yeah. So this would be it's one of the scariest devices invented right here. But, they also got a cruise missile that's nuclear powered. We started doing one years ago, and ditched it because once we flew it, we didn't know how to terminate its flight and to ditch the missile. So we ditched the program. I may do a video on galactic resonance. I made presentation charts to do a video on this, or at least I got a good start on like 3 years ago, and I just never finished it. So that's something I may come back to. The reason for that is, yeah, we have decided to start another program to do just that. Yikes. Anyway, guys, this is getting scary. It's crazy. All right, so let's look at the other craziness, guys. In case you didn't know, if you think that Ukraine's going to win that war, Ukraine's only got so many people. And Russia is committed to the long term. It's patently obvious that Russia is committed to the long term, and time is not on the side of Ukraine, whether you like them or not, whatever you think. Wave Rider, well, no, that's a. Oh, you talking about? There's a reentry vehicle, a hypersonic vehicle called a Wave Rider that goes to the upper atmosphere. So, I can say, what is that? Let's see the comment. Whatever. New days. Oh, there it is. The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The megaton nuclear weapons blowing in the winds. All the world be glowing without personality. Without person. Yeah, we'd be in a pickle if they ever set one of these off in the atmosphere. Ooh, if it's cobalt salted, that would be all she wrote, guys. But even in the water, I guess they figure the water will keep the radiation from going all up in the atmosphere. But you know, it would be extremely ugly. All right, Greg, let's manifest the 2 minutes of meditation again. We need peace. We do need peace. This is nuts what's coming down the pike here right now, guys. You still up in British Columbia there? All right, so yeah, we are in a crazy pickle. Well, guys, 400,000 troops. Russian army to be replenished with this new contract service personnel. So Russia is putting together 400,000 new troops. Now, to show you what else they're doing, they've got a call-up motion. Notice is going out to 35 Russian regions. Russia's got a bigger population. Russia's got a bigger budget. Russia's got deeper pockets. Russia's got more factories. In fact, most of Ukraine factories have been bombed and hit with missiles. Ukraine is getting their stuff from the West. There's ways Russia could cut that off if they made a move on it. So there are a lot of things to factor in here, but time is not on the side of the Ukraine. Now, Ukraine's got some fantasy about taking Crimea, but Crimea has been taken. But every time Crimea got taken, it cost the invaders about 5 times more troops than the defenders. And that's when they had a whole lot more to hit it with than Ukraine does today. Ukraine can't hit it from the Navy, and Ukraine can't hit it from the air. Ground invasions are only option. And they got to cross a very narrow isthmus, and they'll be obliterated pretty much trying to get in there. So it's not a pretty picture for them to try to take that area. And I don't know how they'd hold it when they got it, because it's mostly Russians living there. It's almost all Russians. So they would, but on the other hand, they feel they can't be secure with that big Russian military forces to the south of them. So Ukraine feels like they got to win it, and Russia feels like they got to keep it, because that's their warm water, one of the main warm water naval ports. And so they would both, they're not either one right now going to compromise on it. So, but I cannot really and truly see Ukraine taking it, because I think that would expend so many of their people, so much of their forces trying to get it, that Russia would turn around and wipe them out after they got so depleted. So I just can't see them doing it. But they may, if they try that, then they're still in their doom. I see them maybe blockading it. Now I could take a map and go through this in the future and talk about the military aspects of what they were trying to do there. Let's bring back the Honk Army, and at least something was accomplished. Honk Army. What is a Honk Army, Northern Girls? All right, so let's see here. Try to check the messages here. All right, Melcha, Sabrina, I hadn't seen you say anything else in here. You still with us? All right. Russian and Wagner got to control the universe. Yeah, well, I tell you what, they got some big ambitions, but once they had it, they'd have a hard time controlling a whole lot of it. One Russian soldier's dying every single minute. It might be. They can afford to spend more people than Ukraine can because they got more to draw from. Every time somebody dies from Ukraine, they're not going to replenish them. But when Russian troops die, this is what they do. They bring in more and more. Whether you're with them or you're against them, that's immaterial. I'm just telling you that they've got deeper pockets. This is like Ukraine is like the South in the U.S. Civil War. The South was winning the first 2 years of that war. I mean, the Southern Army was doing great, but they couldn't sustain a long-term war because the South only had so many people. The South didn't have much in the way of factories, and it turned bad over time for the South. Of course, you saw what happened. The South lost. They will soon open up the draft. Yeah, we may have that right here, guys. We may have that right here because if we can't recruit enough soldiers in our army right now, we're looking at a multi-front war. Lots of Russians also have left Russia last year. That's true. But Jason, it's just a fraction, though. It's still a lot of people, but it's truly a fraction. So let's go over here, guys. And here's what on this drone, the U.S. has said, hey, this is our property. And let's see, I missed one here. Yeah, the Russians are telling us to stop the hostile flights near their borders. Well, we weren't truly near their borders. We were out at sea. That was like Shelby almost. It's not, though. We were out we were out over international waters at the time. But indeed, we were spying on them, and it was a military operation. So, saying here, trying to check up what you guys are saying. All right, so high from northeast Arizona. Hey, Jesse, I may be heading out that way sooner than you might think. I'm beginning to lean towards swerving to Arizona because I've got some potential things I'm going to be doing there, like an offer of sorts. 88, you're checking. How you doing, Arnold? Good to see you. News Now Network. I'm 35 years old with a mild heart condition. I'm sure I'm the last on the draft list. Good for you. All right. When they start getting up to us 60-year-olds and above, they're going to be pretty desperate. But hey, that happened in the war between the states, guys. South ran through so many troops, it was old men and teenagers fighting in the Confederate Army. I swear, man, it was not a pretty picture. Yeah, Vladimir Putin's emboldened as the U.S. does nothing after the fighter drone's taken down. So what it is now, they're both racing to grab this thing. The U.S. says, don't mess with it, it's our property. And what? Some are claiming, well, now that we haven't done anything, he'll just do whatever because now he's emboldened. They'll be taking our stuff down, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, though. We had the Senator Lindsey Graham saying, let's shoot down Russian MIGs. Let's shoot down all the Russian aircraft. So, yeah, it's risky now. Things can accelerate. Things can get out of hand. Things can get out of proportion. It's easy that we could have a bigger war erupt at any time, and we don't need it. Yeah, Putin's looking at taking over Moldova. They're looking at taking over Georgia. I mean, the one in the Caucasus Mountains, not the one east of Alabama. Who knows? Maybe that one too. You can work for Bigelow up here. Greg likes bugs in space. Does Bigelow? I think Bigelow really ain't doing anything anymore, is he? I was hired to go to work from him once, and they delayed my start date, and I got an offer here locally from Teledyne Brown. I called him and says, guys, y'all waited too long. I'm not coming. So I took the local job at Teledyne Brown. But I come in working on Bigelow Space Station. Bigelow hires and fires people. He shuts down this whole company at times and fires everybody. Then he'll rehire a few or some other people. Now, Bigelow is kind of fickle by stuff like that. But something like that might get me through. All right, guys. So, wait. Yeah, let's look here, guys. UK and German fighters are intercepting a Russian plane near Estonia. It just goes on and on, guys. So when do we have a mistake? When is something a mistake that don't just include a drone? Yeah, but a manned aircraft, or maybe it won't be a mistake in the first place. You know, we might call it that, but what is it really, guys? All right, we had so much serious stuff. I wanted to share one thing funny in the middle of all this. This is real, guys. I don't know if that one right there is, but this is happening. This is that. Yeah, that somebody just propped those on. Many antlers grown on mice heads after scientists implant deer cells. Yeah, I think this is somebody just stuck some wire antlers on top of this poor little mouse. But holy guac, it's smoking money, guys. Now we're gonna have mice going in the rutting season. Oh, that's gross. Anyway, yeah, that's it down there. We don't look at that. All right, guys, that's something else. I thought that might give you a chuckle. We had to just lighten up a little bit in the middle of all this intense news. They need to stop poking the bear before the bear rips off our head. Well, there you go. Our bear's got nukes. You know, we you know, it's not smart just to talk about, well, they just start shooting down their planes. Holy smoke. So how long do we get engaged? How long, my friends? Well, we're already engaged in a way. He best not come to Abbeville, Georgia, the Southern girl. The Southern girl won't have sweet tea waiting for him. How you doing, Marcia? There you go. All right, Jesse Mills, author, Russia and China have been moving equipment. Yeah, they got a bunch of inroads going into South America now. I mean, our State Department is stupid for letting the Chinese have the upper hand in Africa and South America, especially South America. I thought I saw a jackalope. I thought a putty cat. That's a mousalope. Yeah, there's a. You ever heard of deer mice? Well, there's a real deer mouse. Oh, I just lost it. Yeah. Jeez. I hate these screens sometimes. I'm trying to skip around and they really mess up on me. All right, I think I deleted it. All right, so the problem is these buttons get so small, you hit an X and it's gone. All right, North Korea saying they're going to annihilate the enemy doing another ICBM type launch because we're about to do massive drills out there. Yeah, one of our generals, I don't think I got it in here. Maybe I've got it in the list here. He said, hey, yeah, here it is. Use of nuclear weapons would be the end of North Korea regime, Pentagon warns. So, okay, if you do it, we're going to make sure you cease to exist. There he is, Pentagon spokesman, Air Force Brigadier General Patrick Ryder. He's a man telling the world that. He got a ribbon or two on his show, breast there, don't he? At least one or two ribbons. All right, but hey, guys, if that ain't enough, if Iran and Russia and China's not enough, look, Iran's trying to get in the game too. Don't leave me out. Don't leave me out. We got to fight too. Oh my gosh. Insanity is pervasive. It's worldwide. All right. Lee thinks Russians have run out of ammo. They're going to be getting stuff from China. Yeah, so, yeah, don't bank on that. Don't bank on it. My buddy had one as a pet. Okay, Patrick. All right, so the Chinese are really upset over the submarine deal, and now we're going to give missiles to their submarines, missiles which are capable of launching nuclear warheads. It don't mean they will. I mean, our Tomahawk missiles are capable of launching nuclear warheads, and we fired lots of them, but never one with a nuke. But it could happen. It could happen. Lee was on Martin Marvels. Man, anybody that's watched Lee's channel knows that. If you watch one of his videos, you know that for a fact. Common News. How you doing, Doug? Everybody go check out Doug's channel. If you've not checked out his channel, he's got a good channel. Go around and subscribe to him. Bang the notification bell and click all. All right, guys. They still don't know he hit the power grid or why. A true enemy isn't going to tell you why necessarily if they're in a real warfare against you. Somebody trying to extort, they'll tell you. Anyway. Yeah, and we got an asteroid that's got a good chance of hitting Earth. Yep, in 2046. Let's see, where is it at? Yeah, 2046, Valentine's Day. Boy, isn't that a sweetheart deal? They should rename it. Name it Cupid. Yeah, wherever it hits, it's going to be like the Tunguska event. It won't be doomsday, but it will wipe out an area larger than the District of Columbia. Huge area. I was saying, well, 40-year-olds be drafted. Sends you, man, I don't know. We're low on regular service members, and we'll need a lot more if we go into all these battles and warfare. All right, I'm not happy with this. JB is trying to take away our civil rights. So we got to watch out for that. Go to freedomrestorationfoundation.org right here, and go to the Action Center page. Go to here and find out how to contact your Congress critters. You got to start with the House of Representatives, by the way, or state reps to try to push to get things happening. Tells you what to settle for, what right, what to say, and all these links. All right, guys. There was. All right. Now, this is a warning that's come out a couple of days ago, claiming that AI could leave humans unable to make decisions without robot help. So if we just let robots make all our decisions, our brains will atrophy. Why they used Tunguska as a reference? I never found any evidence of it. Scratch, there's trees laid down over a huge area, and they all come from a center going out everywhere. I don't think it was a Tesla weapon. Still, you know, taking a lot of power to have done that. Seen the articles on it. I don't think so. All right, guys, and if all that's not a word, bad enough. So, you know, I showed you this a few days ago, and then we already had our money at 2% below this median line here for the M money supply, the M2 money supply. And when it drops below 2%, we have depressions. On one occasion, it wasn't a depression, but it was called a panic. So anytime you drop below 2%, you are in severe trouble with the economy. Guess what? We just hit it, and it's plummeting as we speak. Oh, I did have the odometer for that up. I must have closed it. A lot of times I'm clicking there, I close things. There it is, accidentally. I don't know where it is. I just didn't have it in the right order. Oh my gosh, we'll have to come back to that in a minute. Guys, there's our national debt. That's how much your kids, every single one owes. This is how much you as a taxpayer owe. Just $250,000. That ain't nothing. Y'all are up for, you're good for $250,000, right? Ooh, tight. Hey, Marcia. John, this already has happened. What's that? Does anyone know why it was? Does anyone know why it was that they are friends? They who, Marcia? Which friends are we talking about? Anyway. Yeah, just now on some of the sciencier sides of things. Get this, robots are performing rituals. It's Hindu temples, robot rituals. So, yeah, and what they're worried about. They're worried that that robots will replace worshipers too. So not only is the ministers being, you know, the priest being replaced by robots, but maybe the worshipers too. Remember the TV, the movie, the Cylons, the TV series where the robots were monogamous? No, not monogamous. Shoot, I'm getting brain locked here. It's late. Monotheistic. The robots are monotheistic. and the humans were, not polytheistic. So yeah, the robots believed in God in the Cylon universe. Well, I don't know. Maybe we're heading there. Look at that. The robots really aren't capable of believing anything or thinking or feeling anything. We're on the way to immortality, or is it immorality? All righty, guys. So that's enough of all that. That is enough of all. Go check out my Swivelhead News channels. There's the one on YouTube. Here's my Swivelhead News channel on Rumble. And I cover topics here I would not cover. Battlestar Galactica. If I say it wrong, that's right. Battlestar Galactica. I cover topics here I would not cover on YouTube. It will get me in tons of trouble if I covered some of the stuff on YouTube. All right. Guys, I didn't sleep last night, but 3 hours, and that's catching up to me. Check out our Survival Tribe Network.com. Go here, guys. SurvivalTribeNetwork.com. Join. Again, there's our Freedom Restoration Foundation website. All righty. Stop the share. Phew. All right, guys, I'm pooped. We're headed for Skynet. It looks like I'm going to do some AI robotics topics real soon, a bird flu video. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to catch up on. It's not enough sleep, Greg. No, that's what my problem is. I got too much to do. That's why y'all didn't see me last night. Oh, John Connor, there you go. Guys, we're living it was 7 consecutive Class B science fiction movies, it seems like. A rainbow bot. Rainbow bot. What do you mean by that? Rainbow bot. Yeah, John Connor. I'm moving to Snowflake, maybe mid-May. Probably be taking stuff out there in mid-May. So I might wind up doing some stuff in Maine and some in Snowflake, but I'm going to Snowflake first, it looks like, unless something changes. You don't sleep? Okay, Arnold. Oh, there's the term, the Arnoldnator, the governator. That's what Arnold we're looking at. We got the governator in the house, the Terminator. No wonder you don't sleep. All right, Bob Grover. Is the still water healthier than tap water? Probably. It depends a little bit. You don't want to just drink that alone. You have something else that's got some minerals in it. Rainbow trout man. Okay. What about NASA tracking an object in our solar system? No, the DOD is the one talking about the alien ships right now, motherships. I'll probably should cover that on Galactic Regs. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, there's I did a video on Galactic Regs talking about they did find something rather odd out there on the way to one of the minor planets out in the Kuiper Belt. Something rather odd. Who is your friends that does the copper and gemstones? Oh, Gorgeous Awesome. Gorgeous Awesome. You are getting sleepy. Oh, wait, I wasn't trying to do it myself. Holy smoke. All righty, guys. Gorgeous Awesome. Gorgeous Awesome. They've got a store on Etsy. Check them out. Tell them I sent you. The mothership. Oh man, I could talk a bunch about this stuff, but I'm running out of time. It's late. There you go. Gorgeous Awesome's address there. If you go there, buy something from them, and tell them Greg Allison sent you. We miss them. They used to be in here all the time. Guys, it's late. I'm fried. And like I said, I don't ever go straight to bed from doing the videos. I got some other things to do. So I'm not going straight to bed, but I got to get some sleep tonight. I'm really pushed. I didn't get enough last night. my horse's throat. Yeah, I'm dyslexic, right? My horse's throat, and I got sniffles. All that found today. You hungry? What made you hungry? All right. Tired too. Well, I got, hey, where you? All right, everybody, roll me where you're from before we go. Just hey, where you from? Fried green Redd's worms. Hey, there was a Beavis and Butthead episode where they were working a fast food place and deep frying worms and feeding them to people. It's pretty funny. Global warming. There you go. Proudly promoting global warming. Our water. All right. Tell me where y'all from. Grooms Lake. Oh, Grooms Lake. Wow, Jason. That's interesting. Southern California. Wow. Hey, have you ever went over and saw hey, Michael, Sherman Garden Woodworking? Have you ever gone over and seen the DeVase family in Pasadena? They're amazing. I've been there twice. Orange County. Hey, neighbor. Maryland, Kentucky, Central Pennsylvania, Arkansas, Bucktown. Australia. Hey, Australia, Sharon. Southeast Kentucky. Massachusetts. South of England. Hey, scratch. Houston. CM3. Well, I got a daughter and two beautiful grandkids in Houston, just north of Houston. Nutmeg State. Okay. St. Augustine, Free, Florida. I think we'll be able to do that soon. Estonia. Oh, we got Estonia in the house. Wow, that's a new one. Very good. San Diego, Colorado, Washington State. Hey, there was a community called Chad there. Chad in Washington State, Iowa. All right, guys. Riverside. All right. Guys, I'm fried. We got to go. Greg, NASA made a deal with a company up near you, located north of you, I think. I'll have to look. Excuse me, guys. I'm fried. Colorado. Crop circle country. Yeah, you'll get those nails. Under a bridge. All right. Yeah. All right, Arnold. All right, guys. We need to go. I got to go. Oh, hey, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Holy, like a smoke went, but I is fried. It's not even Friday fried yet. All right, guys. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. And then I'm going to say,